Well, guys, I'm back one more time. You know who I am. You know my motto. I don't make believe, I make believers. Family, I'm Drummer 1980 hailing from Columbia, South Carolina. I hope you're having a good day today. And if that's not the case, ask yourself why. Because after all, remember something. Happiness is the inside job. And it will always be an internal affair. Guys, we back today again with a very interesting reaction. Now, I want y'all to see this. See, some of y'all think y'all money is going to insulate you from certain things, but I want you to watch this viral clip that has been swirling around the internet, have caught a blaze of fire, and everybody is talking about it.
We need you. What's going on? Do you live here?
Yeah.
You do? Papa. I don't believe that.
What?
I don't believe that.
So what are you doing?
We're recording. We're recording.
Did someone come here?
That was my wife. Somebody chased her up here. And she has the kids.
Who chased her?
She said somebody in the silver truck.
A gray truck, and he came around the corner, and I was in the street, and so I come up and I just have my kids, and so I'm like gonna pretend that I'm coming home, and so I pull up and I start walking to your back gate, and he stops here and he goes, "Are you looking for someone?" And I said, "Nope." And then he sat here, and I was like, "I need to get in."
Well, that's my husband. That's why he lives here. Yeah. He lives here. So he came in and he said there's a lady screaming. And I'm like,
She got all worried. They still.
I'm scared the crap out of me.
How?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
how did he scare you though?
How did it feel?
I just seen her in the driveway and I was like, are you looking for somebody? Because I was pulling up out.
And I saw someone walking in our driveway too. And I'm like, why is someone walking in our driveway?
Well, I'm sorry.
All right, sorry.
She said that someone was following her. So you were walking from there?
No, you came this way, didn't you?
No, I came down this street right here.
Yeah.
And I was riding slow because I'm looking at our Christmas lights.
Well, you just have to understand my point of view. Being by myself with two kids, I just saw a car coming, and so I was like, "Oh, it scared me," and so I just pulled up here, and I kept thinking, "This could be his house," but you didn't say, "This is my home." You just said, "Are you looking?" And I was like,
I did. When you was on the porch, you asked me, did I live here? I said, yeah.
And you said, no, you don't.
And you said, I don't think you do.
It was obviously you could tell that I was really caught off guard.
Like I'm pulling in my, it's like I'm pulling in my house. Like this neighborhood is probably one of the best neighborhoods in Ohio. You don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Well, I'm very sorry. I really hope that you're not upset with me.
Come on, baby, go in the house. Let's go.
You told me that I didn't know. You said you didn't think I lived here.
It was the way that you were talking. I was so caught off guard. I'm so sorry.
Did y'all just see that and hear what went on? Now, this is self-explanatory. You thought your money would insulate you from racism and being profile? Exhibit A. Where I feel safer in there. Exhibit A. If the wrong police show up, jump out the car with guns blazing, you just a dead dude trying to go to your home that you built in one of the most affluent neighborhoods in Ohio. That's what I tell you. You have to have your mind right, because if not, this here will bombard you every day and you won't know what to do with it. You will just be making up excuses where you got the victim mentality. That's why I don't pay people like Myron Gaines no attention, or Jesse Lee Peterson, or Candace Owens, or none of those ilks. This man has worked all of his life. He is a real estate developer. He papered up. And this is what he still have to go through. Going to his $1 million house. Guys, now I want y'all to hear her point of view. And then I'm going to play his testimony and his wife as well. All right.
He says, this is my house. And I said, I don't think that it is. And at that point, the only reason that I said that was because truly the awkward encounter of slowing up behind me, talking to us multiple times. I'm in this frantic state. It's late at night. I got my kids, my 2 babies. The lady at the door is not answering. There's no other homes that are well established. I mean, there's construction. It's a corner house. I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, I'm on the front porch. This truck literally is halfway up the driveway. And I was like, my radar was like, nope, I don't think that this is your house. And so I said, I don't believe that this is your house. And so I'm starting to unbuckle cash and I grab and I freak. I go, Rory, run. And so I take off the porch and I literally run as fast as I can, screaming at the top of my lung. I'm getting all these messages. I'm so sorry. Screaming at the top of my lung. I've never, ever screamed the way that I screamed. And I'm running through the front yards of everybody, praying that the Ring doorbell would capture us. Finally, to get to a woman's house, I'm bang on the door. And at this point, I'm dialing 911. And I said, can I please come in? And the woman said, yes, come in. And so I'm staying there. I'm talking to the sheriff. And more than anything, I was not looking for him to come to my rescue at this point. My husband was going to come. I'm in this woman's house. The door is closed. And I tell the man, he said, do I need to come out? And I just said, no. I said, I was just calling to let you know that this just happened. My husband's going to come get me. And he says, he asked me if I wanted him to come out, and I said no. And so the woman then, I was at her house, she literally asked me and said, she said, I don't know how to ask this. She goes, but was it a black man? Because she goes, it's a black family that lives there. And I said, no, I believe that this is a white man. He was a white man in a truck, a young white man is what I said. And she said, okay. She goes, because that's a black family that lives there. And I said, no, I don't think that it was a black man. And then when my husband got there, I stood out front and we're still trying to get the Ring doorbell footage of me talking to my husband. But he asked me again, he said, what house was it? And I said, it was this house right here. And he goes, are you sure it wasn't a black guy? He goes, because that's a black family. And I said, no, I don't believe that it was a black man. And so we get in the car and we go to pick up the stroller. And I've said this a million times, I have never felt the fear that I had even just pulling up in front of the house when John opened the door to get out of the truck.
Potato salad with raisins in it, babble. I just can't take it. So now you heard her side of the story. She's saying that she thought it was a white man, according to what she said. Okay, that's what she said. Family, understand this. Your address and your zip code really doesn't matter. Okay? Your status really doesn't matter in certain situations. The money that you have obtained really doesn't matter. The skin you in, that is the weapon. That's what's offensive. Okay? Just remember that, guys. Not what I'm saying. See, everybody, you race baiting. And do I think everything is racist? No. But I know racism when I see it, when I feel it, and when I smell it. I know what racism is. If nobody never bites, then I won't have anything to talk about. But it seems as though every time I put some bait out there, because I'm a race baiter, there are 1 million people jumping on the bait. So, okay. All right. They never call out the people that's practicing racism. Never. Shannon Sharpe on Nightcap interviewed the black couple, and this is what they had to say, guys.
Mike, if you can, go back. I know it was November, and here we are in late January. If you can recount the events as you remember as vividly as you possibly can.
Yeah, I can remember. It wasn't too long ago. I was leaving one of my real estate job sites in the inner city, wrapping it up for the day. It was about 5:15. Took me about 45 minutes to get home. So
I'm proud to go home. Shannon, something I want you to know is when they say it's a affluent neighborhood, it's one of the most wealthiest neighborhoods in Ohio.
Wow, congrats.
And my house is the best house in the
That's what I'm talking about.
Because
Come on now.
I designed it from scratch. I'm an architectural designer. I bought the land, I financed the land, designed it from scratch, and I built it from the ground up using all my resources. So proud to come home.
I like the way that sound. I like the way that he talk already. You heard me? Did you feel that when he said it? See, guys, you can be proud of your works and your accomplishments. There is nothing wrong with that. See, but the problem comes in when other people are not proud of their works because they ain't doing nothing. Oh, God. The works they doing are creating babies out of wedlock and drug use and fighting and arguing and drama and hating and envy and jealousy. That's their works. See, but whenever you got a brother like this, I don't know where the brother's from. He could be a foreigner. But in this instant, it's not about that right now, okay? It's not about that. I'm showing you something, all right? But he should be proud. I commend that brother.
I'm pulling up, checking out my Christmas lights we just put up for the holiday season. And there happens to be a lady in the driveway with 2 kids. So I don't think nothing of it. Kids coming in and out my house all the time. I got kids, got a family over here. I don't think nothing of it. I think she's looking for the front door. I say, hey, are you looking for somebody? She doesn't answer. She then proceeds to go to the porch. So I'm like, okay, so she's probably coming over. So I pull in the driveway. I'm about to park and she rings the doorbell and comes to the front of the front porch and stops me and says, do you live here? And I said, yeah, I live here. She said, well, I don't think so. So I said, well, what are you doing here? She says, I don't think you live here. Picks the kid up, drops the stroller, hops off the porch, starts running, and I hear screaming, yelling for help. At that point, now I'm in fear. I'm in fear because I know what we face as Black men in America. So I rush to the garage, park in the garage, come in the house. My wife's in the office. I said, babe, some white Caucasian lady, she just jumped off our front porch, screaming, yelling for help. I don't know if she's going to call the police. I'm pacing back and forth. I don't know what's about to happen. 6 p.m., regular day. We pacing back and forth. I don't, at this point, I'm like, I don't know what's about to happen. She comes back before the police gets here. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to go outside with them outside. And the police pulls up and I don't know what's going to pop off. If the police pull up, altercation happen, anything could happen. Right. I know they're going to side with them. So my wife's come outside and she just wants to figure out what's going on because she's in shock. And I'll let her say how she ended up coming outside or whatnot.
Okay, when he
came.
Guys, did you hear what he just said? Now, this man is affluent. Have money, have status, or what have you. And he said he was scared to go outside because he didn't know what would transpire. Because you know that they gonna side with them. You know what they do to us Black men. Now, why should a person feel like that all the way up in Ohio? This dude have money. Live in a nice neighborhood. Got a family. All of that. He wasn't bothering anybody, not to my knowledge, not from the testimony that I heard, not from the video that I seen. He was calm, cool, and collective. And then she come back on the camera talking about, well, you was following us, and then whenever that I asked you. She was lying. The man told her, yes, I live here. She said, no, you don't. I don't believe you. So her word against your word. Imagine if there wasn't any cameras, guys. See, y'all don't understand what I'm saying. Imagine if there wasn't any cameras around. to record what happened. It's her word, Karen word against your word. And you was innocent coming home. This is what we be trying to tell y'all. Now, imagine this same woman in the workplace. God told me, I didn't know. Did you hear me? Imagine this woman in the workplace.
I was going to ask you. He comes into the house. He says, babe, there's a white lady standing on our porch. She's running, yelling, screaming. I don't know what this is about. And so what's going through your mind when he explains what he just encountered?
I was in my office working and I'm confused. I'm not understanding what's going on. Like, what do you mean there's a white woman running, screaming for help? Screaming for help for what? He's like, I don't know. And immediately my heart dropped. I'm like walking and pacing back and forth. Like, okay, just wait. Okay. Well, what happened? Nothing. I was just pulling in the house. And I'm like, what is she screaming for? He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, are you, what? What? And I keep opening up the door because I feel like the police is going to come here. Somebody's about to come here and I don't know what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what fully happened. I didn't hear anything. I'm in the house working.
So she go.
And so I kept opening up the door and that's when I came out.
So she did end up calling the police.
She did end up calling the police. Yes.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Now, this happened in November. The video just recently got released. What caused you guys to release? Because I'm glad this is on Ring camera. Because you're absolutely right. Had this not been captured on camera, on video, we already know the story that was going to be told and how it was going to be spun. But you guys had it on camera. What made you guys finally decide to release it?
Listen.
Well, I actually released the video in our community Facebook group. Oh. We have a community Facebook group, about 500 or so people. And ever since I've been like, we've been shattered. We've been upset. It's so many different factors and so many different feelings. Feelings. I put the video in our community Facebook group to share what happened. And it took a lot for me to do that. And then we woke up and the videos everywhere.
You know what's funny? It's one thing to experience racial profiling in public. You know, in public, I'm sure we all have stories where it happens in that setting. But for it to happen in your own home, I mean, it can be unsettling. It could be uncomfortable, especially when it comes to a place that you call a place of peace. Yeah, we can all get away from the outside world. Has that affected your sense of security and trust in the neighbors? And have you reconciled in any way with the neighbor who caused these issues?
Of course, there's a lack of trust. Of course, it makes us feel unwelcome and unsafe. We have 2 boys, and he leads our family. He protects our family. So to know that we can't go walk the dog or someone looking at us is what's going to happen. It's a lot of weight. It's a lot of pain. And it's a lot of emotion.
I can still.
And he's desensitized to this.
I still hear it in your voice.
So, of course, not once have we got, I thought the next day maybe there would be some flowers at the door saying, not once has this person reached out to us to give us a sincere apology.
Wait, whoa.
HOA.
I reached out to HOA immediately after it happened.
Nobody said anything?
Immediately after it happened, I reached out. HOA ghosted me.
Wow.
For lack of better words.
Well, guys, I just wanted to play that for y'all now. Are you ready for me? Because I was kind of holding back, but there ain't no need for all that because this video probably gonna get flagged anyway. So I might as well say what I'm gonna say. Guys, do not let this be lost on you. The Caucasian lady said earlier that she called the police. And the deputy asked, did she need some assistance? And she said no. Well, what was the purpose of you calling the cops for then? Talking about just to let him know. You have to hear that they say, guys, listen. And then she says that she thought the gentleman here was a white man, okay? Okay, but so if he pulling up in a driveway in a house that's well lit, you don't know whether these people having company coming over or what have you. You don't know that. It's not your job to police the community. If somebody need help and they hollering for help, that's one thing. But this type of thing here, this has nothing to do with neighborhood watch. Get that out of your head. That's a smoke screen, okay? I'm telling you, that's a smoke screen. Don't believe that. You don't know who these people have coming over, friends or family or just what have you. You just assume that dude didn't live there, or better yet, you just wanted to do this just out of spite because the gentleman said that he have seen you before. This is not his first time seeing you. I heard what they said, and I do feel for the people. You don't look for acceptance. If they looking at you, let them look. But I don't want nobody harassing me. I don't care about feeling welcome. Welcome to what? To who? Who are you? You ain't better than me. I don't need no acceptance from you. For what? You're not above me in no kind of way. The only thing that you might be is you come together more and just more violent at the end of the day. But I think that we'll catch up to that point sooner or later. There is nothing about you that's better than me. So why in the world would I want to feel welcome and you're looking at me? Matter of fact, I'm going to pop my collar when I know you're looking. Because I guarantee you, nobody didn't give him anything. I guarantee you, there wasn't any type of privilege allocated towards him in no type of way. Everything that brother probably got, he probably had to dig. That's why I respect the hustle. Now, I can't say the same for the other side because I know they're all type of trap doors, funding it. Now, if you don't get that type of treatment, maybe your parents squandered it. I'm talking to my Caucasian people because someone said, well, my granddaddy didn't. Well, he probably just made bad decisions. But trust and believe. He didn't fail because he was white. He failed because he was sorry. I'm talking today. He failed because he made bad decisions. But if he had any iota, a small fraction of just any type of sense, he could make it easily. Easily. I have seen guys come off of the streets, work in a little position, and before long, they done put that man to supervise over you. And you have to train him. Now, either that's the truth or either that's a lie because of nepotism and deputism. Okay? So I respect that dude hustle right there. Black people don't fail up. White people fail up. The system will keep them afloat if they have any type of sense at all. If they're an average white person, they can be wealthy in this country. I'm telling you now, guys, you don't have to believe that. But this gentleman here, to be where he's at, this dude had to work. And whoever came before him had to work. I guarantee you, they wasn't much passed down to him. But guys, tell me what y'all think about this video. This woman need to be ostracized. Leave people alone. Don't think that you need to be in the boys and girl club with certain people. If you have white friends, that's cool, but I don't want no white friends with no white supremacy ideology, though. I don't want no white friends that think that they are better than me and all this stuff. I don't want to be around white people like that because they always have this God-like mentality, this God complex. They think that you are beneath them. Family, let me tell you what happened to me. I purchased a vehicle on December the 12th of 2024, right? And every time that I get a vehicle, I like to kind of customize my vehicle, you know, because I don't want to be stopped like everybody else. So what I did is I put some wheels on the car, some nice rims on the car. I put the true exhaust on the car, running from the motor all the way down, all right? So she sound mean. It's a Corvette, guys, okay? A C8 Corvette, all right? And then I had my top wrapped black. Some people probably don't know what that is, but All right, guys. So I'm out cruising around, feeling good, enjoying my bills. If you understand that language, you heard what I say, enjoying my bills. So I pull up at the stoplight. This gentleman beside me was driving a pickup truck, F-150, jacked up off the ground. Hey, I looked over there, I seen him waving. I rolled down the window. He said, yeah, that thing's slow. I said, yep, it absolutely is. He said, yeah, buddy, that's a nice car, he said. And this next thing caught my attention. He said, I can't even afford that. The devil kind of ran through me a little bit, guys, but I just kept my composure. I was like, oh, really? I said, well, just work hard. And then the light changed. I took off. What was that about? I can't afford that. That's a dog whistle, guys. See, you have to understand the language. He said he couldn't afford that. So in other words, what you doing driving it? That's basically what he said without saying it. What's your point? See, guys, racism runs all through the world, not just the United States, it's global. When you have something nice or whatever, these people can't take it. It's nothing but materials, but they can't take because they understand this system. The system is designed to keep you in place, but a few people will always get out of it or they will rise above. And that's crazy to me. You are not supposed to have nothing. You're supposed to be begging, grappling, living from check to check. You don't supposed to have no money. You're supposed to be looking up to them awing and oohing and all this. It is a new day. Just the mere fact of you just having something nice hurt them. A white man could have everything in the world, motorcycles, bikes, cars, nice house, plenty of money, living good. You go get one little thing and they turning up their nose. Why is that? My people told me a long time ago about what racism was, a long time ago, as a young child. And I'm glad they did, because I would have grew up, what about black on black crime? Where the white women at? And all this old stuff. No. Now, granted, you have some cool white folks out there, but we're not talking about them. If the shoe don't fit, walk on, okay? We ain't talking about you. We talking about the racist white folks, okay? Those are the ones that we talking about, like this woman here. Could you imagine this woman on a job around you? This woman will literally get you fired. She was about to get this man here killed. The police come out there and she crying and wailing and hollering and screaming and he did this to me or something. And the man pull a gun on you and then you like, he was reaching for something and killed a man for no reason. And historically, we know what this is. That's why she was running time. Guys, be careful. Just be careful. Shout out to Shannon, Sharpe and Ocho Cinco for doing this interview, guys. Go check out his channel, guys. It's Shay, Club Shay Nightcap, all right? Shout out to that brother and sister there for just keeping it together and just keeping their composure, all right? But guys, tell me what y'all think. Put it in the comment section. And until next time, peace. And remember, there's more.